So I was editing the video, right? And I saw a dog on one of my neighbor's roofs. I spotted this while editing. So I just want to play a little game. See if you all can spot the dog on the roof in this video. So just comment below if you find the dog on the roof. Next week I will reveal where the dog on the roof is. Potato sweet, sweet, potato, potato sweet, potato sweet, sweet, potato, potato sweet, potato sweet, sweet, potato, potato. Oh. It's so yummy. It's so yummy in your tummy. You gotta eat it. Num 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 num. No, eat it. Don't just let it sit on your mouth. Go num num num. Oh, jerk. Open wide. Oh, nah. They gotta yum 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 yum. This lady's texting. This guy's eating like a yogurt or something or whatever. This guy's texting and now they're like, hey, look busy, look busy. Pick up the phone. Hurricane's actually rolling through. Well, actually not yet. It hasn't got here quite yet, but we are starting to get some of those, some of that rain from the outer bands of the storm, and hopefully it doesn't get too bad here. Hopefully we see the conditions weakening, but you know, we got everything prepared. We're prepared, you know, for whatever may happen. We are under a 6 p.m. curfew. Just heard that on the news, so right now it is 4:09, so if we needed to do anything at this point, we only have 2 hours to do so before law enforcement officers either give us a fine or arrest us for going over our curfew. I don't think I've had a curfew since I was like 18, so this is kind of a big deal. Trying to get a video of that spider, didn't really work out too well. Yeah, so we put some sandbags up over here. Trying to keep some of the water from getting into the garage. Our game plan right now is to go to our centermost room of the home, which is our bathroom. So if we have to take shelter in the bathtub and get a mattress or whatever and throw over our heads and ride out the storm, we will definitely be doing that. We have tons of food, tons of water as well.
Good girl.
So we'll. As I'm trying to vlog, she's over here just screaming at Lacey. Jeez, come on.
I had to get her to go to the bathroom.
Lacey, good girl, go potty, go.
Before it gets too bad, she's gotta go.
Yeah,
otherwise
I know,
she'll pee in the house.
But I have to vlog before it gets too crazy too. Anywho, that's my gal. I forgot what I was saying.
Well, you're talking about our plan of action. Can we get?
Yes. We pulled one of the cars into the garage, and my motorcycle's in there as well. Sandbagged it up. We haven't boarded up the windows. We do have screens on the windows, but of course that will protect the windows, maybe possibly from debris flying, but not necessarily from the force of the winds that could push the windows.
Keep continuing to push on into South Carolina, causing that major storm surge we were just talking about. Here's the core of the storm. Not much change.
So the wind is picking up, and we are currently under curfew. We still have power and electricity throughout the neighborhood, but I got my little handy dandy light here just in case power does go out. I don't want to have to search for my light. Jill's back there. We just got Riley to sleep, so yeah, so far everything's still calm here. And as I say that, I got a large gust of wind going here. Check it out. So it is daylight now, and according to local news, the hurricane is at its worst that it will be. The eye wall is right on the coast near Charleston. We're in North Charleston, so we are way further, I wouldn't say way further inland, but we are much further inland than, let's say, like West Ashley or I mean the downtown area, Mount Pleasant. I was looking at some of the pictures from the downtown area, and they have a lot of flooding downtown, and I'm not sure if any of you have ever been to downtown Charleston, but when it rains down there, I mean, if it sprinkles down there, there's gonna be flooding. So with this hurricane rolling through, it definitely has created a flooding situation down there. And thankfully it's low tide, because they said that if the tides had been any higher, or if it was high tide, then they'd be seeing another 8 feet, 4 to 8 feet on top of that. So as you can see, we do have flooding in our yard, but not as bad as I thought it would be. Having gutters since last time has helped tremendously to keep a lot of the water away from this area. It is still kind of pooling in right here, but it doesn't look like it's coming right up to the brick and mortar. So like I said, we did pull Jill's car into the garage just because it's nicer and more valuable than my piece of junk outside. This garage is just barely big enough for a car, and I was able to squeeze my motorcycle inside. I actually had to pull the motorcycle in and then like lift the back end of it and rotate it around. We are right up on the washer and dryer, and I do think we have stuff in the dryer, which obviously we can't get out right now. But this is what I was worried about the most. Even though the water isn't like coming up into our home, some of the spray from the water moving sideways hits the garage door, and when it trickles down, for some reason it's able to get right between a crack right in here somewhere, and I mean, you can hear it like just hitting the garage door. And so we have to do some more weatherproofing. We have to figure out what's going on with this door, because water is getting in to there despite the sandbags. The sandbags are only going to stop flooding from getting in, but it's not going to do much against, water that's coming up here and then somehow finding its way down into the crack and pulling up right here. So, and there's my motorcycle. Like I said, when I pulled it in, I couldn't really, to get it in here, I couldn't drive in an angle through the wall, obviously. So I had to pull it in as far as I could and then lift it up and kind of slide it into place. So, because I'm the Hulk like that. Probably shouldn't be out here right now. I'm kind of nervous. I walked outside to kind of look at some of the damage, and then the winds picked up. Started blowing these trees around. Yeah. Probably need to get somewhere where I'm not at risk of getting chopped in the head by a tree limb. Things did seem calm for a little while, but then the wind started picking back up again. The rain's gone. Now it's just really, really windy. But now that the water has receded, all you see is tree limbs. See all the tree limbs down there. Look down this way. Street was filled with water. And as I mentioned, now it's just filled with tree limbs. Actually, if you look right there in the middle of the screen, I saw a little bit of blue sky there for the first time in a very long time. Don't know if that means things are coming to an end here or what. I don't even see any more blue sky, but I mean, look at how fast these clouds are rolling by.
My brand new white pants. That was your.
Right! Like, there. That's awesome.